Rev your engines and fasten your seatbelts. It's time for Thunder Talk with Dan Bailey, keeping you up to date on everything going on this season at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Thunder Talk is powered by Arcadia Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Now, here's your host, Dan Bailey.
Hey race fans, welcome to another edition of Thunder Talk. I'm Dan Bailey. I have got a great scene setter for you this week because we're looking at a huge weekend of racing, and it all starts this Friday night at Mississippi Thunder Speedway with a $10,000 to win USMTS End of Summer Bash presented by Whitewater Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. The USMTS Stars and Cars coming to town. You know that they put on some of, if not the best racing action, and we're going to enjoy it this Friday night. As a matter of fact, individual joining us on Thunder Talk this week is deeply embroiled in the battle atop the point standings of the USMTS 2021 standings, none other than Jake O'Neill. Jake, welcome to Thunder Talk this week. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
The 2021 season has been pretty entertaining. It doesn't matter if you're watching late model racing, it doesn't matter if you're watching local grassroots racing, or if you're watching USMTS racing, and you are no different than everybody else. You're giving it everything you've got, and it's giving you a pretty good run here in the USMTS points battles as we close in on this last third maybe or last quarter of the 2021 USMTS schedule. Here you are embroiled in a points battle with Derek Ramirez, just a separation of 21 points with 13 races to go. Your thoughts about the 2021 season bringing us to this point and what's coming up over these final 13 races for the USMTS series?
Oh, we've had a heck of a year. We've had pretty good luck and pretty good race cars. We just things have come together for us. It's been a heck of a year for sure. I definitely didn't think it'd be as good as it has been, honestly, but that's what hard work pays off, and that's part of never giving up. You don't know where it's going to happen. We've definitely had our issues and mechanical failures and stuff, but I think that's part of the name of the game, and we just got to minimize all that. We're just trying to get prepared to finish it off, and hopefully it's pretty cool to be in a battle with Derek and Rodney and Tanner Mullins and all them guys. They're all fast. Definitely tough for sure.
You as a driver behind the wheel, what's your mindset? Are you the type of driver who is focused solely on each and every event and the points kind of take care of themselves, or do you start the season off with some sort of a long-range game plan? Are you looking at points, or are you really just focused in on race by race through the season?
Well, like I tell my guys, if we win the races, the points will come. So that's really what we focus on every night. We try to win. If we we know we can't win, we just try to salvage the best night we can. Luckily, we're fortunate to be racing for good money, thanks to Todd Staley and everybody at USMTS. We can salvage somewhat of a bad night and still come home with some money in our pocket and be able to go to the next one. It's a tough deal going up and down the road, so anytime you can make some decent money if you get a win or run top five, there's a lot of money up there, so a lot better to be able to go up and down the road and pay for all the diesel fuel and the tires and the race fuel with all the expenses. We definitely try to win every night, and like I said, if not, we just do the best we can and let it go from there.
Well, this weekend is going to give you no fewer than 3 shots at picking up some USMTS cash. You've got Friday night at Mississippi Thunder Speedway, Saturday night at Deer Creek Speedway, Sunday at Fayette County Speedway and West Union, Iowa. So a weekend swing for this Labor Day weekend, and 3 drastically different racetracks. On paper, they probably all say 3/8 mile dirt ovals, but they're all drastically different. Just these 3 in this weekend, aren't they?
Oh, for sure, yeah. They all got their different characteristics, which is cool. I like the challenging tracks. The drivers definitely come into it, and setup-wise, they're definitely tricky to get a hold of, for sure. They're constantly changing. You can Deer Creek is probably the one you could say you have an idea of what it's going to do, but no matter what, that place is hard to get around. Mississippi Thunder, I've been there a couple times this year, and that place is, no matter what, race is pretty awesome, which is cool also. I haven't been to Fayette County since last year, maybe. I don't even know if I went last year, honestly, but that place also is tricky. So, and yeah, definitely different shapes a little bit. So, I'm pretty excited.
And then after this weekend, you got some long hauling to do because we've got an inaugural USMTS event down at 81 Speedway in Park City, Kansas, RPM Speedway in Crandall, Texas, then over to Arclatech Speedway, Vivian, Louisiana. You planning on hitting all these remaining events in the USMTS schedule?
Yeah, that's our plan. As long as we got some equipment left or money to get down the road, that's the biggest thing. So thanks to Jack Cornett, he got us motor fresh in the last couple weeks, and got my other one fixed finally from the beginning of the year. With all the craziness going on, it's been hard to get parts, so we've been running on one motor all year long, and I tell you what, it's been pretty tricky and stressful, I'd say, but no, we're definitely done our hard work and definitely got prepared for this next swing and try to get these 13 races done and hopefully come out on top.
A lot of race fans will look at an individual like yourself, or anyone really who's following a quote-unquote national tour like this, and you guys look like rock stars. I mean, you're traveling all over the United States and you're hitting up the tracks, but boy, it's got to be a grind. You get late into the season like this, are you thinking to yourself, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? Because now we have to drive all the way down to Texas and Louisiana again.
Oh yeah, it's definitely it's not as bad as it used to be. With the way the schedule is now, we've had a few weeks off, and then they had a cancellation, so an extra week there. So normally it would be same situation, only with a couple days off. So it's the couple weeks off is good for us to get prepared, get everything ready to go, and that way we can show up to be 100% ready. And yeah, it's definitely going to be a long trip down there, but that's what we do. That's what we do for a living. So it's hard to complain.
You had mentioned, kind of in passing, about some support that you've had, making sure that you've got the great equipment that you're able to put to use on all the tracks that you visit. But give us a longer list. Who's all helping out with O'Neill Racing for this 2021 season?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of great people that support us. Having a good team is not about just great sponsors, but connecting yourself with great people that really support you. And there's so many in racing. There's so many awesome people out there that do a lot for everybody. So I got a lot of people to thank. I got to thank Red Eye Radiator and DPF Specialist, obviously. My brother back at home, they run the business for us, and my dad and my mom, everybody over there. I got to thank Rancho Milagro, Eagle Moon Farms, the top of the little ranch. Trudy, they've always been friends and supporters of ours. Royal Jones of the Philly Valley Transportation, he sponsors, I feel like, half the race cars in the country, but we're fortunate enough to be good friends with them. And I got to thank Old World Meats. He's a new one of mine, come on board here late in the year, but if anybody wants any beef jerky, he's definitely got to see. Another new one for me is Signature Development. I want to thank him for jumping on board. Jimmy Owens, he obviously builds race cars, so I've had pretty good luck with him. So I want to thank him for everything he does and supports me. Midwest Sheet Metal, CDS Suspension, McCartney Welding, Go Lithium Batteries, Patlas Fast Shaft, First Construction, VP Heartland, Performance Bodies, Element 7 Graphics, Vet Carburetors, Minx Motorsports, Troublemaker Fab, GAT Racing, Schaefer's Oil. I want to thank Buddha Transmissions, Jack Cornett with Cornett Engines, Bulletproof T-shirts, United Safe Services, and I want to thank all the fans that support us, by buying T-shirts and all that stuff. It goes a long way for us to be able to keep going down the road. So I want to thank all the fans out there, and hopefully we can gain some more fans and put on a show this weekend.
I was just watching on Facebook a race at Mississippi Thunder Speedway in which you were embroiled in a battle for a USMTS win along with Ryan Gustin and Brad Waits at MTS. Are you the sort of driver who looks back on past events, sometimes, just trying to relive the excitement that you might have had at that particular time, or maybe even relearn something that worked on that night? Are you more of a book-style racer where you've got your log and this is the setup that we had in it, XYZ, and it worked that night, so we will try to do that this week?
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is, times change, so things don't quite work as like they used to, but I definitely like to relive the moment and watch and learn to see where I made my mistakes and how I could have won that race. That was a heck of a race. It was a lot of fun racing those guys. Too bad we couldn't pull it off. It just kind of messed up there a little bit, I think, but, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Now all we can do is go forward and definitely try to watch videos as much as I can and watch and learn, but and go through some notes, see what, like you said, see what worked and what didn't back then, and but the track's different now, so anymore it's about going forward and just working through the night basically and doing the best you can.
Are you feeling like you're bringing some voodoo or some momentum with you into this weekend's three-race swing starting Friday night at Mississippi Thunder Speedway?
I don't know. I feel pretty confident. We've had a great year. I feel like we've ran better up north than we have down south. We kind of got our butt kicked down there. I feel like I wouldn't say dug us in a hole, but definitely wasn't good for us a couple of nights. But I look forward to every race no matter what. We just, even when we have a bad one, we just go to the next one pretty much. So definitely looking forward forward to it. Got my baby Miles with me, so he's always a good luck charm for me. Hopefully we can hang him in the air this weekend.
Well, Jake O'Neill, driver of the Zero, going to be at Mississippi Thunder Speedway this Friday on the first of 3 dates, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, for the USMTS Stars and Cars. Jake, thank you very much for joining us this week on Thunder Talk, and best of luck, not only Friday night, but through the remainder of the 2021 season.
Hey, thank you. I really appreciate having me on, and we definitely need the luck, so I appreciate that too.
Hey, race fans, don't forget, all the fun starts this Friday at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. The $10,000 to win USMTS End of Summer Bash presented by Whitewater Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, including the Black Horse Bar and Grill USRA B-Mods, racing for $1,000 to win, and the Jailhouse Saloon USRA Hobby Stocks. Would love nothing more than to see all of you in the grandstands this Friday night cheering on not only Jake O'Neill, but all of the racers who are going to be at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. You can get all the details, starting time, admission prices, etc. by following Mississippi Thunder Speedway's social media efforts, or look them up online at their official website, MississippiThunder.com.
That was Thunder Talk, keeping you up to date on everything going on at Mississippi Thunder Speedway. Thunder Talk is powered by Arcadia Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
You ever notice that when you're on a fishing trip, you drive your boat all the way to the other side of the lake because you think that's where the best fishing is? And the people staying at the cabins on that side of the lake, well, they come and fish where your cabin is. You don't have to drive a long ways to catch the big fish. And at Arcadia Motors, you don't have to drive a long ways to get the best deal on a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram truck. The best deals are right in the bay next to your cabin. Take the short, scenic drive to Arcadia Motors. ArcadiaDodge.com.